and it still sold in one day for $222 plus shipping. Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name is Brandon and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 19 of the What Sold series, where I show you my daily eBay sales. At the end of the videos, I'll jump into the numbers, including both the gross numbers as well as the net profit. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into those sales. The first sale of the day was a vintage Formula One racing shirt for Team Lotus. It took one day to sell and it sold for full price $30 plus shipping. I might have undersold the shirt a little bit, but it did have some flaws on it, and the sell-through rate on vintage Lotus racing shirts wasn't that great, so I was just happy to move it, and I'm happy with $30. I think it's okay to undersell items sometimes to make them fit into your business model. So if you want to move things quickly and you need to undersell some things to do that, then I think that's totally fine. Sale number 2 was a Carhartt button-down shirt. It took about 4 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. Sale number 3 was a pair of Fabletics pants. It took 2 weeks to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $18 plus shipping. This is another example of something that maybe you could hold out for full price of like 23 to 25 bucks, but who knows if it's going to even sell within 3 months of that price. I'm happy to just keep the items moving. $18 plus shipping, we can work with that. Sale number 4 was a vintage Rain Spooner shirt. It sold in one day for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. It did have some flaws on it. It had like these weird speckles all over it. I don't think it was meant to have those. I'm actually not quite sure. But this did have the yellow label, which is one of the best ones. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the yellow label is that I'm talking about. It actually has the Hawaiian girl that doesn't have a top on. And this is recognizable by Rain Spooner collectors, and it is one of the more desirable tags. And I think most of them, if not all of them with this tag, are from the 80s. Sale number 5 was a rugby Ralph Lauren shirt. It sold in one day for a best offer of $30 plus shipping, and it was even in a size small, and it still sold that quickly for that price. It was one of the ones with the embroideries on it, and it was an actual rugby one where it was like that thicker cotton. So those are usually the better ones to look out for. Sale number 6, and the best sale of the day, might even be the best sale of the month, is this Camp High Collective sweatshirt. If you watched my most recent trip to the Thrift, then you would have seen me pick this up. It only cost me $4.99. And when I was in the store, I wasn't exactly sure what it was. I just noticed that it was really thick. It didn't even have a tag on it, so there's no tag in the back of it saying what brand it was. I looked up some of the things that were printed on it, found out that was Camp High Collective, which is like a high-end brand that does limited releases. And this sweatshirt even had a little spot on the front of it, and it still sold in one day for $222 plus shipping. So I was very happy with that. Like I said, the best sale of the day by far, possibly even the best sale of the month. Sale number 7 was a Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirt. It took about 3 months to sell, and it sold for $5 plus shipping. It did have some flaws on it, so I was just happy to sell it. Sale number 8 was an Adidas Special track jacket, and it sold in one day for $80 plus shipping. I did pay up a lot for this. I paid either $40 or $45, but I'm willing to pay up for things that are going to move quickly and still make me a decent profit. So I'm sure I'm still making about 30 bucks on this item after all the fees and shipping and everything. And I am happy. I'm happy to pay $40 to make $30 on something that's going to sell in one day. If you told me that this was going to take months and months to sell, then no, I would not be interested in that. But for fast-moving items, yes, I'm very interested to pay up and move them quickly. Sale number 9 was an H-Bar C Western shirt. It did have embroidery on it. It did have a little hole or some loose stitching on the top one of the pockets. That's why I priced it down a little bit. It sold in one day for a best offer of 30 bucks. This is another item that maybe I could hold out for a little bit more money, a little bit longer, but it did have a flaw on it, so that's the reason that I wanted to move it quickly. I don't want items with flaws sitting in my store, because those items are harder to discount and get them to move if they get stale. Sale number 10 was a very old item. It took almost 2 years to sell. It sold for $5 plus shipping. It's a 2004 Superman t-shirt. I had a few of these. I actually remember getting these. I got them in this bulk lot that I bought 2 years ago, and I probably didn't really know what I was doing that much, and shouldn't have been buying any bulk items, especially not at that time. Sale number 11 was a Salt Valley Western shirt. It sold in about 7 months for full price, $30 plus shipping. This one was very unique because it had like this little flower print all over it. So even though it was only a size medium, I still priced it up a little bit higher. That's probably why it took so long to sell. But I'm happy that it sold for full price, even though it took 7 months. Sale number 12 was a Brooks Brothers sweater. It was merino wool. It sold in 1.5 months for $15 plus shipping. Sale number 13 was a Nike USC Trojans polo in a size 2XL. It took about 8 months to sell, and it sold for $16 plus shipping. A lot of these college and NFL team items are selling right now because it's the beginning of the season for football. So a lot of fans are buying these items. So if you have them somewhere in your death pile, get them listed. Sale number 14 was a Tecovas Western shirt. It sold in 12 days for a best offer of $40 plus shipping. This is my first time finding and selling this item. It does have a great sell-through rate, and it's a great brand to be on the lookout for. Sale number 15 was a Land Rover Jaguar employee shirt. It took 11 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. All right. Had to take a quick break. One of my daughters woke up crying, but we're back now. So sale number 16 was a Carhartt jacket. This was one of the Storm Defender waterproof jackets. It took 6 days to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $45 plus shipping. It did have some embroidery from some company on it, so I was happy to still get $45 for it. But these Storm Defender jackets from Carhartt do really well. Sale number 17 was an Obey camo button-up shirt. It sold in 3 days for full price of $20 plus shipping. This is another example of an item that I guess that you would say I paid up for. I paid $10 for this, knowing that it was only going to sell for about $20, but I knew that it was going to sell super quickly. Sale number 18 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a great size 3XL. It took 4 days to sell, and it sold for a full price of $40 plus shipping. I have sold this print in the Rain Spooner shirts many times. This isn't a very desirable one. Doesn't usually sell very well, but a 3XL in Rain Spooners usually sells super amazing. So even in less desirable prints, still sell great. Sale number 19 and the final sale of the day was another Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt. It did take 7 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. I thought this one was unique. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. It was for the Olympic rowing team. Some of the Rain Spooners that are super unique do sometimes take a little bit longer to sell if they're not quite as desirable. So even though this one's unique and there's not a lot of them out there, there's not a lot of people looking for it, a lot of people that want it. So it still took a while to sell. It only sold for $25, but I'm still happy to sell it, and it's still a pretty good sale. That's it for all the sales. Let's go ahead and jump into the numbers. On September 19th, we sold 19 items for a total sales of $893.76, giving us an awesome average sale price of $47.04. That's my highest average sale price for the month. Our selling costs, which include our eBay final value fees, our shipping label fees, and our promoted listing fees, comes to a total of $224.28. The breakdown for that is $102.61 for eBay final value fees, $112.34 for shipping labels, and 5 items sold via promoted listings for a total of $9.33. That one big sale of $222 did not sell via promoted listings. So for any of the conspiracy theorists that think that eBay is making all high dollar sales go via promoted listings, there's one thing to debunk it right there. So if we take away those selling fees as well as the tax and fees collected by eBay, that gives us this net sales number of $669.48. We still need to take away our cost of goods, which is an average of $10.55 per item, which comes out to $200.45 for 19 items, giving us an actual net sales, a total net profit of $469.03. So by far my best day of the month. This isn't actually my highest total sales day of the month. I had one that was like $909, but that was on 24 sales, so it was much less profitable than this one. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 20 of the What Sold series. Peace.